I broke my back. Spinal.
So Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev finally meet and see face to face after their controversial and entertaining first fight. So yeah, it was the first press conference. It's going to be a 3-city tour, so there'll be 2 more press conferences after this one. So they met up today, Monday. And what we found out that there isn't going to be a rematch clause this time. So it'll be up to them to see if first off, it'll be up to Kovalev to see if we see a third fight. He has to win. I mean, if Ward wins, obviously, forget about the third fight. So, no rematch clause. We will see. And, Kovalev's still pretty pissed off at Andre Ward for some reason. I understand that he feels there was a robbery, but that's the judges, right? No, it sounds like he's pissed off at Andre Ward. And how he made him suffer through the negotiations for the rematch, I guess, by saying that he was going to retire and all that. So, I guess that's why he's pissed off. This is what Sergey Kovalev said. I lost a lot of respect for him. With the way he acts, I feel like he's walking around with a crown on his head. He thinks he's something. I don't like him. There's no reason to like him. He even goes on and he says this. It's not his fault that the judges gave him the fight. So you see what I mean? He's even admitting that it's not his fault, and he's still pissed off at him. He's still fucking talking shit through social media, and right now, he didn't talk shit to his face right here in the press conference, but all this is like when he was talking to the reporters. And then check out what else he said. He said, this is what he said, expecting what Ward should have done after getting the decision in the first fight. This is what he said. So the right thing to do for Ward is to be a man in the ring, and say, I didn't deserve those belts. Here, Sergey, have the belts. And we're going to have a rematch, and we're going to see who's the best in the rematch. But instead, he acts like a coward, like he really won the fight. Like he's all that. And that's what I didn't like. That is what Sergey Kovalev said today. He expected Andre Ward to just hand him over the belts. Bruh. Come on, man. This guy, man. And then he goes on to say, I just saw him in the lobby on Sunday for the first time since our fight. Then I saw him today. The way he looks at me, I just really want to punch him in the head. I don't have nothing to talk to him about. So Kovalev, man, he's triggered, man, and he's talking out of his fucking ass, man. He's talking about he should have handed him over the fucking belts. Like, dude, what's wrong with this fucking dumbass? And then, about the rematch clause, they asked Kovalev what did he think about that. And he said, let's just see what's going to happen in the second fight. So, I don't know. Kovalev obviously would open himself up to criticism if he defeated Andre Ward and he didn't take up that third fight. So I'm assuming that's why he doesn't even want to get into that shit. Is he planning on just fucking, in case he ends up beating Ward, just run away with the fucking belts and never see Ward again? Doesn't want to risk fucking losing again after going through so much to gain him back? I don't know. So he didn't want to get into that shit. And, Andre Ward, Sergey Kovalev finished off by saying that he believes that, Andre Ward might say that he's injured and pull out of the rematch. So he's still not convinced. Damn, he's sounding like, I'm telling you, he be sounding like his fanboys, man. Didn't I tell you guys that right after the first fight, some Andre Ward fan went into his social media and told Kovalev to stop crying that he lost? And Sergey Kovalev himself answered back, like something he said something like, yeah, suck his dick already. Fucking get off his nuts. Shit, something like that. I forgot what it was. You see, straight out acting like a fucking fanboy. So now he's saying this shit. What fanboys love to do is try to say that Andre Ward is scared. They always say that shit. Even though Andre Ward is the one that went up there to his weight class and fought the best, Kovalev. He's the one that called him out. He's giving him an immediate rematch. I mean, this fight's fucking 5 months after? I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? Kovalev said this exactly. A week or two before the fight, he might say he has an injury and not fight me. That's what Kovalev said. This guy, man, I've never seen that shit. That somebody like Andre Ward, soft-spoken, he hasn't even really talked shit to this guy, and this guy is triggered to the fullest. And there was even no shit talking in the first fight. I mean, he's so butthurt about that, considering this a robbery, but he's going at Andre Ward as if he stole something from him, and he even admitted, like I read off to you guys, he admitted that it wasn't his fault, that it was the judges. I mean, so what the fuck is what you all butthurt about, man? He triggered like a motherfucker when he was talking about mocking his nickname too, the son of God, and he put up a picture of him on the ground when he knocked him down in the second round, and then he put pray to your God. Here's a picture of you praying to your God. I'm like, he's getting personal. Like, why is he so triggered? Like, focus, man, focus. Because your ass needs to focus. So, I mean, and Andre Ward, like I said, he ain't even shit talking when he's talking to reporters in the press conference and all that. He's just, not even saying anything like out of the ordinary, talking shit or nothing. He even says he doesn't even want to get into that part of the shit talking part. Let's read off something that Andre Ward said. Andre Ward said, guys, listen, I could say a lot of things about him. I could throw a lot of things against the wall and see if it sticks. I have a track record. This isn't my first rodeo. Like I'm not getting caught up in that. You've got to see me June 17. Let's simplify it. You've got to see me June 17. You got what you asked for. And like I told him, leave the excuses at home this time. Simple as that, man. That's what Andre Ward came out saying. So, I mean, I guess it's working, man. Like I said, he's a power puncher, Kovalev. So he's obviously driven by, by anger, by power, and those type of things come into play when you're fucking angry, man. When you're pissed off, you lose focus. If you had any fucking game plan whatsoever, you lose it, man. You don't even pay attention because you're just driven, and you're all pissed off. You're driven by anger. So, I guess this is working. The little that Andre Ward did, he hasn't even really done any shit talking. So, it's gonna work against fucking Kovalev, definitely. He's already rattled, man, and you could see and feel the tension in the fucking room in the face-off, this press conference. You could feel it right away. I mean, Sergey Kovalev even looked away right away after they were looking at each other. And we remember that long ass fucking face-off staring at each other in the weigh-in of the first fight. And this time it was like, it really looks like he doesn't like him, because he didn't even that face-off didn't last long at all. So I mean, there it is, triggered, activated, man. He is triggered. It's gonna work against him. Poor little Kovalev, the one-trick pony. He ain't gonna have no answer, just like the first fight. If he doesn't land that power punch and drops him like in the first fight, I don't see him doing shit. He ain't got no inside game. He ain't got shit. And that's all I gotta say about this. I'm out.
Did you get what you was looking for? Yeah!